Hi, good evening everyone. My name is Ariel Herrera, and this is my Parallel B Reporting Module 6, Part 4 of 12. This is for institutional mobilization. Let us begin. So tonight we'll be discussing about the power of we, a simple guide to institutional mobilization, that there is power in working together. So in this reporting, we will discuss on the following. First, what is institutional mobilization? Why is it important? And some forum discussion questions. In almost every country, there are challenges in every aspect of life. There is healthcare and wellness, education and community, and government and policy. Now, each of them addresses or aids society in a specific problem. But what is the issue in this? The problem is that they are siloed or they are acting independently of each other and they're resisting collaboration with other parts of the organization. So why do massive social problems still stay broken even when there are lots of people trying to help? Because everybody works alone. The solution to all those silos is institutional mobilization. This is a big term for a simple idea. It is getting large organizations to join forces and push in the exact same direction. So it's turning scattered noise into a powerful, harmonious symphony. We move away from treating symptoms alone and build an environment where the community is empowered to act. By working together, we can see a lot of benefits compared to just working alone. First off is transformational, wherein we can change the system. Second is farther reach. We can get in touch with a lot of communities and generations instead of a few individuals. Third is unstoppable power and resourcefulness instead of we get easily weak and easily exhausted. Last is permanent change results instead of just temporary fixes. To change society, we need all five segments to play their part in the ecosystem. First off, we need the communities. These are the schools or the faith groups. Second, we also need the families. These are the parents or the individuals. Third, we need the professionals and charities. Fourth, we need the bureaucrats. These are the city workers and the hospital directors. And last but not the least, the politicians. These are the mayors and the lawmakers. All right, so the stage is all set. We have the players, so how do we get them to work or act together? Here are three powerful tools to rewire the ecosystem. First one is advocacy. Second, communication. Third, building alliances. Advocacy is talking to the people in charge to change the laws, policies, and budgets. It is proving that an issue has real economic and social consequences so that leaders must allocate resources in order to fix them. Take, for instance, the iodine deficiency issue. Instead of showcasing it as a cosmetic issue, advocates presented hard economic data, a staggering population-wide loss of 13 IQ points. What was the result? Lawmakers were forced to pass universal salt iodization laws. Okay, we're already about tool number 2, which is about communication, changing minds. The target of this are communities and families. Communication is not just about broadcasting messages. It is about two-way conversations, understanding the local fears, answering them, and giving people some simple information just enough for them to make better choices. For a real-world impact, check out the green box to the right, and that's just for some simple information. And this is about the tool number 3, building alliances. The target of this are professionals, NGOs, and businesses. It is about finding the common ground between the different groups and proving that a win for one is a win for all. And this one is allowing the groups to share data, funding, and experiences. For real-world impact, please check on the orange box to the right. So this is just to summarize the tools that we have discussed earlier. So first one is advocacy, wherein it targets the leaders with the goal of better laws and budgets. Second one is communication. The target of this is the public in order to get better choices and awareness. The last one is alliances, wherein it targets organizations with the goal of sharing resources and teamwork. When all the three tools across all five segments are used, something magical happens. They are no longer isolated steps. It becomes a continuous, self-feeding loop that gains momentum over time. Example. Step 1. Hospitals share health data with a local school. Step 2. School teaches children. Children brings the message home to the parents. Step 3. Parents demand better funding and laws from the lawmakers. So why is it important that we make changes last? When single projects fade because the money runs out or the volunteers go home, that's it for the project. It's finished. But when institutions are mobilized, the change becomes permanent, and that becomes the new normal. For an example of a real-world impact, please check on the real-world impact box on the right. So what is your role in the ecosystem? Institutional mobilization means we all have a part to play, whether you are a parent talking to a teacher, a doctor lobbying a mayor, a volunteer educating your neighbors. The ecosystem is just waiting to be activated. You are the spark that connects the threads. So the bottom line of this, let us stop working alone and let's start building a symphony. Okay, we're almost nearing the end of the presentation, but before we go, here are some forum discussion questions for you to answer. Number 1, making change permanent. Why is changing school textbooks and university lessons a better way to solve a problem forever than just running a high-energy advertising campaign for a few months? Second, creating a win-win for business. How can we convince private companies to spend their own money on social goals? And why is showing them how it improves their own productivity more effective than just asking for a donation? So once again, thank you so much for listening to my presentation. I hope we have learned some new information about institutional mobilization. Once again, thank you so much for listening and have a good night.